forward, you normally sit back.
And though they can't hear me, we are back again.
You know, in the pre-start, dear watchers, dear readers, dear viewers, we go through all this and say, how are you going to sit? I'm going to sit like that, right? Okay, I'll sit like that, that's fine. And then we go live, and someone, I'm not going to say who in case it embarrasses Albert, just decides to change and go, oh, I can't see you.
Screen retail.
Screen retail.
Is it sorted?
Yeah, the stream wouldn't update. So we're live.
Yep.
We are live.
We are up and running.
And we aren't in like surrounded by a black curtain.
Darkness.
Yeah, that's not what it looks like at all. That's a render at this end. What I'll have to do is update the front end machine.
That's okay, so it's not us.
Yeah, it's just basically where you've got Windows and a Mac not communicating correctly. What are you doing?
Something on my head?
Yeah.
With your hand?
It was your hand?
Not, I know.
It'll be one of the colour filters, but it's not the end of the world. It just means that your head's partially
Shiny.
green because of the bristle.
So
you
Got
see
green
through.
hair?
good see-through hair.
That's what the chroma key does, is it picks up any tint of green within a certain sort of
Range.
whatever, flim flam. And apparently part of your head's green.
And pot hook.
Pot oak.
Part Hulk.
Yeah, pot goblin. Pot snotling. Look at his face. Pot Gretchen.
Yeah, Gretchen. Yeah.
Snotling.
So followers, for some reason, isn't updating, which I'll assume is just a fault at the Twitch end. But none of this stops us moving forward. So, yes, episode 17, Rise of an Empire. So last week, episode 16, we found the group heading south through the Backfire Pass into the Badlands. For anyone that's watching right now, there is a disclaimer there. We won't be sort of interacting during the game, primarily because we just want to keep the atmosphere going. Second is because we won't be watching the screen per se, but please stick with us.
I don't know. I can't take my eyes off it. I wonder what they're going to do next.
This is why we took the screen away from you. What are they going to do next? Basically it is Warhammer Fantasy. If you do know Warhammer Fantasy, it is non-canon, 2,500 years before the current time frame, 30 years before the creation of the Empire, in fact, is the year of Sigmar's birth. If you are not a Warhammer fan, or you've heard of it but you're not up on the canon, it's a fantasy setting. We don't use any dice. It's a grim game, and the players are potential at any given time through stupid decisions or just bad luck, or basically want a big hero moment, can easily die. It is all about the story, that's what it's all about, but that doesn't mean that they're safe. We take away the randomness of the dice. If you don't agree, keep watching, see how it works out, and hopefully, like us, you'll enjoy it. It's just moving away from that, the childish side of things, and just it's being part of a book, being part of a fantasy setting, being the person in there, and feeling that no matter what happens, it's a story. And seeing, we all want to get to the end, see what it's like. So it's all about the journey.
All about the journey.
Unicorns.
Nothing to do with what? Unicorns.
Yes, nothing to do with
It's
unicorns.
absolutely got nothing to do, because they're called battle horses. And
That's a beautiful singing voice on Cortex Chihuahua.
Cortex Chihuahua.
Cortex rat.
We're going to have a fantastic night with you, aren't we?
What did you say?
Cortex Chihuahua.
Oh, Chihuahua.
It's the thing that the mics might be picking up out.
Touching my leg again, what's wrong with you? Get off.
And rubbing your boobs against the table. Why is it that your chest's on the table? Like that? How are you doing it?
Why are you doing that?
Well, there is that. So the group itself left Blackfire Pass. It's prior to any of the big historical battles. It is the past Blackfire Mountain, and they ended up at the eastern end of the pass, of the Badlands, because the Border Princes don't exist.
What is wrong with them?
It's this thing that I keep touching you. Sticky bit.
You keep touching his stick.
His area's like pointing out this way,
Why are you
right?
blaming his area?
I don't know. Why are you rubbing my leg?
Why are you touching the sticky bit of his aerial?
I know, I just keep clipping the tip of it.
Is this Friday? Is it? We're doing Friday night straight away. He's stroking my leg and then going, what you do? Get off.
I think you need to come up with the table a little bit. Oh, you can't.
I can't.
You've got man legs. Well, you had to check out his legs.
He's already been doing that with his hands.
Oh. So stroke. Maybe you might
They
have
said
to-
mom legs.
Do you want to have to? Yeah, you might have to move your mic away, otherwise it's going to keep on touching you. So, yes, so the group itself left Blackfire Pass. It's prior to any of the big historical battles. It is the past Blackfire Mountain, and they ended up at the eastern end of the pass, 30 years before the current time frame, 30 years before the Right.
Just because it's Valentine's Day, you don't get to touch me, you know.
Someone's got it.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm in my 40s.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Nobody has ever, beyond any significant other, ever said Happy Valentine's to me. Right? That's not a girlfriend or a wife. Right?
Well, you just don't, do you? Really, you know.
Yeah. And yet, I've been inundated with Happy Valentine's Day from people that are not female or I'm interested in. I'm like, it's just so weird.
Yeah.
So happy Valentine's Day, King.
Yeah.
From Taal. Because I love you.
Why did you have to say from Taal? Because they didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
This is just, it's like a signed card. It makes it official.
How have you lost all the paper off your clipboard?
It fell off.
I feel like we should actually be doing a show. Like,
Yeah, I know.
not even a chat show, like one of those things that, you know, like
Talbot's
one of the
Mind.
question moments, you know, and you've got the guy in the corner that knows, guarantee has no knowledge of anything that's going on. And it's like, so what's going on? Where's your stylus? I have no idea, it's just disappeared.
I have a stylus? Got a pencil.
Stylist.
I've got a
Do
stylus.
you need some more paper?
Let me check.
That's card.
What,
What's paper? That's the longer, thinner bits.
you never give us more paper?
I asked you last
I've got
week, you
loads.
said...
You've got all got paper?
You know what?
No,
just
stop.
stop.
You went, no, I've got loads.
I have loads of cards. I don't know there was a thing.
'Cause
I've got lots of
you
cards
didn't know
though.
paper was a thing.
I've got plenty of cards.
Like, do you want to just use cards?
I
for
just
now?
use cards from
Okay.
now on.
Right.
So,
Do you want to keep
Well, no, thank you very much, everyone. It's time to go now. And
Talbot did it.
I'm just going to stab him.
Why?
Is it out your system? You
No.
got one more ticket.
Why would you say that? No, why would you say that? No, it's in my head again. No, I'm singing that song.
Where does that one ticket get you to?
To the moon.
every time.
Not by Bonnie M.
Yeah.
It's Bonnie M and the Gnomes.
Gnomes.
Or Bonnie M.
Boney. Is it Boney or Boney?
It is a bit bony, yeah.
You know Garfield?
Yeah.
Another dog. What's it called?
I don't know.
Odie or Odie?
Odie?
Alright, so you've got Odie, but you've got Bonnie M, not Bonnie M.
I don't know. Which one is it?
I'm not playing anymore. Right,
I didn't realize it was a game.
it's a show, and you're on minus 3,000 points.
It's Boney M. 70s
This is a
Disco.
rubbish game.
disco. With a
I always
dancer,
lose.
the dancer who was the male guy who was supposed to be the singer, but actually it wasn't. It was the producer in the studio, a German, very white guy, German bloke who did all the singing, and the guy who did the dancing at the front, he mimed his arse off.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not the
No, he's just dancer. He just dances and yeah, dances and mimes.
That's ruined everything.
Ruined it.
Yeah.
By the rivers of Babylon's now dead to you, is it? Or Rasputin?
I don't know. I know Rasputin.
Do you?
No,
Gets
that's
down
a
the
different.
gets around the
That's
dog.
a different song.
What?
Difference?
What?
Different
Different to
song.
what? Rasputin. Well, Bonnie M didn't do Rasputin.
No, Bonnie M didn't. Boney M did.
Bonnie
Rasputin.
M.
Why is there a bar not moving? No, what's that middle blue bar?
What does it say? Gloomfang?
Oh, it's okay.
Is that the episode?
Yes.
Oh. I thought it was just someone swearing at us.
Episode 17, Gloomfang.
You Gloomfang was like, hey, how dare you?
I'm very dead. Right.
So you headed south through the Blackfire Pass. You ended up in the Badlands.
We end up in that city.
That city, yes, because he pronounced it differently and randomly. Even though I phonetically spelled it out for him. Do you want to try again?
No.
No, because you didn't copy it out phonetically, did you?
No, I did copy out for Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Phonetically.
Phonetically.
Well, you just shown us a piece of paper.
Helierberg.
Helierberg.
I wrote it down. Helierberg.
Heiligeberg.
Liegerberg.
Heiligeberg.
Yeah, that's changed.
Because we all said Helierberg.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Fucking, I'm having a great
Oh,
Valentine's.
yeah, exactly.
When you
Shame the wife won't touch me.
with anything other than a stick,
Get off me! Ah, how very dare you! Get off me!
Right, get in line.
it's not the time of year.
It's not the spring equinox during the year. During the year of the wolf. Oh, it's in the 4 years.
So you entered the town, and it was much to distrust, malice, probably a strong word, We'll go with distrust.
There's a vibe, and not a very friendly one.
You were then effectively intercepted by a
Batterbush?
mounted troop. Yeah, Batterbush. You were taken to the main hall where there was two men, one in robes, one in the dressed in fine, but ultimately still fighting robes, fighting attire. You'd obviously noted that their armour is different, their swords are different, the hairstyle. I mean, there's a distinct branch of humanity here compared to the grim, cold northern forest where you're from. Now, they would seem to be drunk, effectively, and didn't understand why you'd been brought before them, so you were dismissed. You were told to go to Odma, and she would put you up, feed you, that sort of thing, put you up for the night, and other than that, you moved off. You got to Odma's and Odma, and you asked what was going on, and she explained that the king and queen and several notable people of the town were off west, trying to drum up an alliance against an enemy in the south. And in its absence, the town had fallen to the prince, their son, and male heir, to govern it, with obviously advice from effectively the king's advisor who had remained. So the prince was Batugis, and the advisor is Ken Saikan. Obviously the prince had forgotten his duty, or perhaps
Doesn't care.
And didn't mention that his sister had gone missing. The young Princess Burgunda. She's gone missing by a couple of days. Odma basically gave you this information quite open. It was obviously worrying her voice. She's concerned that the princess has gone, a lovely child, and she went missing a couple of days ago. Nobody knows where she is, and that was it. Effectively, she retired back to cleaning out her duties, going about the town, and she's an old school healer. The place has that smell of herbs and dried and fresh, and she's obviously knows how a way around a poultice. Bandaging, that sort of thing. So you've effectively been left alone. Now, Odma's building, her hut, is, well, that's, the word hut is a misuse of the term. I mean, in the buildings here are stone built, in some cases. There's still a lot of work has been done by man, but it's all on dwarf base. And they're much larger and more aired out. They're much bigger. This one, for example, is long and ends up in a circular part of the structure with a natural light hole coming through, and a pool, which is where you were and you've bathed and that sort of thing. And there's room here for 20 or so injured or sick. It's clean, fresh. The cots are empty. There's no stains, anything like that. And she basically, she leaves you and she goes about her business. You were then discussing with Grim the path ahead, and he mentioned at that point that on the morrow, you're running. This town is built of areas. It's the only plateau at this raised point as well of this very large flatlands that disappeared in all directions as far as I can see. There's this one point. It was an oddity to say the least. It definitely gave it itself a commanding view. A river runs to the left from. As you sort of, there's this. As you came out of the pass, you've come out into the east. Yeah. So obviously, while facing east, you're looking down to the Badlands, the place of the darkness that chased man north. It doesn't appear to be something you expected, something maybe of fire and death and demons, but there's not. In fact, there's quite a booming, established human community here. So as you're looking east to the north, passing down south in that direction, as in to your left and right. There's a very large forest. It's on the other side of this quite fast-flowing river that's coming out from the mountains. It isn't the Reich by any means, but it's not something that you want to ford. Because its speed and ferocity makes up for its lack of girth as far as the Reich is concerned in comparison. Grim noted that you just need to cross the river and head in a northerly direction into the forest.
Right.
And he noted at that point, it's known as the Forest of Gloom.
That's right. Yeah.
Which we do, what then?
Yeah. Really?
And that's where we are. So without further ado, you are sitting there. He's mentioned the Forest of Gloom. You still need a plan. You still need to know. Maybe you want to question it, or you following it. He's been fairly big on details, but this is the norm. He literally, he's been your guy. He goes forward, and you get to where you need to be.
So, our destination on the other side of the Forest of Gloom, or inside the Forest of Gloom, or
Other side.
and how
Got to
long
go
is it-
through the forest to get there.
and how long are we going to take to get through that?
5 days.
5 days? Is it a path, or is it we just got to work our way through a forest?
There's a path. Yeah.
There's a definite path. Anything in there that we need to be worried about?
Yeah.
I want to be more specific than yeah.
Yeah. No.
And
There's
full
2
of-
tribes of goblins within that forest.
2 tribes.
Yeah.
Do they go to war? Sorry, I can't help myself. And
Actually, I didn't pick up on that. That was a good question.
yeah, do they go to war? Go to war. So, but are they extensive throughout, or are they just pockets? How do we? If this is the only path, is this the only main path going through?
It's the Dwarven Road.
And is it so? It's fairly well patrolled by these goblin tribes that if they want to get a good feed, hey, best we spend some time on the main path, or are we going to be able to slip through? Okay, is it are they anywhere near this path, or are they just? What's the likelihood of us encountering these things?
One tribe's territory is in the north, the other's in the south, and the road goes straight between.
But there's a gap between their 2 tribal boundaries, or their tribal boundaries abut each other, and therefore we're going to be dealing with either side all the time.
Probably.
When was the last time we went down this road?
Probably 2 decades ago.
2 decades ago. Right. So your information perhaps is a little stale.
My Dwarven standards pretty up to date. Isn't it?
20 years ago when I went down there.
It was yesterday.
Just finished this pint. Is Odma around?
Yeah, no, she's the other end. Just
I'll
hovering about.
I'll call over to Odma and say, Odma, this forest that we can see across on the other side of that river, does anyone go in that forest? Is it well travelled? No one goes in that forest, not even for firewood, nothing?
Never. It's a dark forest. There's a bridge a little further east from here, about an hour's travel. The king garrisons one side of the bridge to make sure nothing comes across. But it is a dark place, full of fell creatures. The dwarves have been known in large parties to come through and go back that way, but it has been a long time since any of us have been allowed by royal decree.
So the king literally just bars the way. Does he stop people from going across this bridge, or?
No, but he won't allow he doesn't send patrols out, and he doesn't make sure that any of the logging happens far to the west. But
Right.
there's very little need for this sort of tree.
Anything comes out that forest across the bridge, or is it all just?
It's been quiet of late, these last few months. I generally have to deal with the odd injury, the goblin threat that is across the river. It's normally, they'll send on the odd attack maybe, or they'll come across and we'll suffer some minor injuries. Shall you forbid the odd death, but it's been some time. It's been a couple of months since I had to treat a goblin injury.
Right. Okay. Well, if we've got 5 days, how are we doing on supplies? We got enough food to get us through there? Water, all that sort of stuff. Is there water we can get through in that forest, or do we need to be sparing with our, we need 25 gallons or whatever?
Yeah. How much water we got at the moment for the packs?
Well, you've resupplied all your water quite comfortably coming from from snow-capped areas, and you had it took you 3 days to get here, so you've got a couple of days worth of dried meat, and that's comfortable eating, not even rationing. So if you rationed what you had, you've got more than enough if it was a matter of 5 days travel. The forest, well, the time you've been in the forest, it does have.
It's got game, is it?
wildlife and- Yeah, it's like any other forest. It's got a bit of a, well, as you know, it's got a bit of a forbidding,
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But it is a forest. So yeah.
So we're ready. Are we rested?
We'll spend the night in this town
Yeah.
before we set off. Then by late night, we should reach a cabin and spend the night there before we head into the forest.
Just asking Oddma, this Princess Begonia who went missing, where did she go missing?
Child.
Whereabouts was she last seen?
I don't know if anybody else has seen her. The last time I saw her was when she'd come here and she'd sit by my side and she liked to learn the ways of the healing arts. It was 2 days before when I last saw her.
So no one's seen her in 2 days, and no one knows what direction she was last seen in.
No, the guard captain and the gates, they said that they didn't see her leave.
Which way is the patrols going to go and look for her? Where they're currently searching?
I don't know. I'm not involved. I'm not part of that of the search. I don't know.
Have you not seen people talking about where the search is going?
No. Not many people talk to me. They think I'm strange. They're very quick to come to me if they've got a boil or an injury, or they want to know about childbirth. But most of the time, I'm left on my own.
Right, interesting.
And you remember having walked in this house, I mean, these walls still go up above your head. It's not like there's no windows. They don't get to see if you're part of the guard or the royal family or some sort. You're going to get up on the battlements and you're going to be able to have a fantastic vista. But the average citizen is inside this walled fortress, and it is more, barring the dwarf world that you saw, even the bad standards and remains of the Dwarven watchtower that you saw in the past. This is extravagant. It's not extravagant, it's not a word. This is
Impressive.
yeah, by any standards of the North.
Right.
Are you impressed by Whitedorf?
You're impressed by that crap. Oh.
Yeah.
We'd call that a hovel. Oh. All right, okay.
Is there anyone here that would wish her harm?
None that I would think. No. She was a blessing. A beautiful, lovely child. There will always be those that would wish harm against those above them. The prince is not necessarily a loved man. We don't look forward to his rule. But no, not the sister.
How has he been, the prince,
Drunk.
since her loss?
I don't know. I have not been near the throne. I have not seen him these past 2 days. But the king and queen have been gone. Their retinue left weeks ago. I haven't seen him since. No, he hasn't been out on hunts. There's been no riders. You remember this is dominantly in plains. These are
Horsemen.
Horsemen. Yeah. She'd be aware of a mounted column leaving. And again, the numbers are the population of this is vastly superior. It's larger.
So there doesn't seem to have been any overt effort to go and hunt for this girl.
Not that I know of. But I'm not the right person to ask those questions.
Right.
Are we going to ask?
Well, the person to ask would be the prince. And he didn't seem that particularly bothered with us.
Are we paying this prince a visit? Master, what do you suggest?
I suggest that it's not.
Yeah, he was the one who originally wanted you captured
Yeah, no.
for her
Well,
missing.
no, he wasn't. It was the guard captain who...
It was his orders, which he forgot.
Oh, yes. Can you give us a good description of this girl, just in case we come across her?
Yes, she is 9 years, 9 summers, I suppose, 9 summers. She is of slight build and glory. She has a pale, almost silver hair.
And what would she be dressed in?
Well, the last time I saw her, she was wearing the white robe that she normally customary wears to when she comes to see me. I think it's an affectation, because this is what I wear. But I don't know what she was wearing when she was missing. Let me tell you what I saw. Sandals.
Jewellery?
She's part of the royal line. They have jewellery to spare. she used to wear a fine copper band when seen in public around her head. I believe it was elven made. So fine was it. But I don't know if she was wearing that on the day.
We have a mission. Mission handed down from my father.
Just to point out as well, bear in mind that you've got, well, like, you know, if you imagine that you some knowledge that you're going to have and you progress and all that sort of stuff, you know about Taal and you know about more, by all means, you'll be aware of what, from your point of view, the perversity of it is that the northern gods of Taal are Rhea, the Ulrich, that sort of thing. Now, effectively, these other gods, so Manan of the Sea, Taal, Rhea, and Ulrich, the southern gods are gone as far as history is concerned. They're not a powerful entity in your life. Yes, you've met Renald. Okay, that opened the door. Okay, these guys seem to actually do exist. Shalia's not a god. You would never have heard of Shalia. You don't know what Shalia is. And she said it was Shalia forbid, and she, whatever. So that name's been brought up. But as far as the South's concerned, the only god that you recognise generally having any dominion is Maul. He's effectively holds the position of death. But as far as rank within the pantheon, he's the same rank as Taal, but in the far south. But these gods were left long ago behind. He went with the more brutal, darker gods as mankind moved north. Shalia is the daughter of Maul.
Oh, right, okay.
According to what you remember being taught, she was the goddess of mercy and healing. And ultimately, as you were starting to allude to, I assume anyways, you've been told what to do by Taal. This is just a priestess that's got you're not sensing any sort of magical ability, she's not a power, you're not sensing the presence that you would of Taal when you came about the place. So ultimately, you are on a as you say, I don't want to use the word quest. You're on
on a journey.
A journey given to you by Taal specifically. What to achieve, and you're close. You are effectively, according to the Dowie,
5 days away.
5 days from completing this
and
first part of this.
And that's what I was basically saying is we've got a mission here. And
you're carrying something of obvious import, though you don't know what. It gives off a hell of a light.
That's what that was all I was saying, which was like we've been given a mission from Taal. We've been given direction from Taal. The skills, fates. Is not something that I really want to spend time talking to the prince, who obviously didn't like us to start with, and only for the fact he was in his cups did we not get held for longer. I think we just we head across and get into that forest of gloom.
I mean, no matter what you're feeling in this place, it's definitely a cloud. And the sense that you're getting from the crowd itself, from the armed men, though he was violently inclined, as you would expect, he's obviously he's a rank, he's a high level man, this captain. But you got the impression that this is just waiting for a spark, and the three strangers are going to get torn from it. You didn't walk in there feeling good.
Right.
You're on edge. You feel like violent intent is very, very real possibility.
So best we just get out of here.
You've got no friends here.
No.
Apart from Ardbei, who's obviously a gentle soul.
Yeah, she'll be the next one. She'll be the first one up a tree or on a bonfire.
Well, yeah, and you control the north, these people, but you know how
the mob can suddenly turn his man out. Yeah. No, well, I mean that's where I was like, let's get going. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the other concept is that if you do remain for whatever reason, even on a day longer than you wanted to, and you don't find her in perfect happy-go-lucky, a child missing.
Hey, three strangers.
Yeah, a child going missing in the north, that child's going to be found in a pile of bones.
Yeah.
The children going missing for 2 days, they're eaten.
Yeah.
And you have no reason to think that the South's any different. You as a species fled the South, so you can only assume this is worse down here.
Yeah.
So you're going to get blamed if, as and when this child's found. I would be surprised if you feel that this is going to end in anything other than sadness for yourself. But as you pointed out, you want to spend the night here.
Yeah.
As opposed to just on your toes now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You've got half a day of light left.
Right.
The sun is out of sight.
But you reckon we need to we go first light tomorrow? Is that what you said?
Yeah, go first light tomorrow. And as I say, before we get to the forest, there will be a abandoned hunter's shack there. Spend the night there, because the goblins will be more active at night than they are during the day.
So we're going to spend the full day, we're going to spend all night here. We're going to leave first thing in the morning, and before we get to the forest, there's another shack. Isn't the forest just across the bridge?
Not where we're going. It's a big forest, but it's going to be a day's travel.
But before we get into the forest, there's a shack. I thought the forest was.
You've got to travel further to get to the bridge.
Oh right, okay, yeah, right. So I was just thinking, but it's just there. It's not going to take me a day.
So this time frame, what you're looking at is the crossings are made by wherever nature decided
Yeah.
to afford, and then they fortified it. It just happens that this plateau is much,
Right.
is an early day.
All right, so
Well, yes, if you are aware that the forest is literally just there.
Yeah.
You just can't get to it. So yeah, you'll be travelling on the side of the bank.
only had those boots of leaping. His boots
See you
of
later, lizards!
and maybe his boots of landing as well, which would be handy. Oh,
Face plant.
Are you going to do anything? Or are you just going to stay out of the way?
stay out the way. I don't see any.
Criminal profile?
Literally, just stay with Odma. Not go anywhere.
Just fill
Not
up
put my
our
nose out.
water. And that's it.
Yeah, replenish, nick food from my larder, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, as the day goes by, she feeds you. You are refreshed, you're relaxed by the pool. The sun is
Oh,
coming
by the
through.
pool.
That's the pool at the back end of the
That's where your feet are in.
Excellent. What? Tickets.
And obviously based on the cold north, but never mind the fact that you went through the back mountains and the white peaks and the snow. You can, the sun is glorious. You are literally relaxing by the pool. She goes about doing minor repairs to your clothes.
No.
She feeds out the worst of the dirt. She feeds you. She literally faffs around you.
Excellent.
You can't help but notice, of course, that she is limping. She didn't hide that. But you can see that she's grimacing with each hip. She's obviously in some pain. But that doesn't seem to dampen her spirits. But with each step, you can see she's heavy on this left leg. And she is sort of like...
Which is chewing chat. So she's I'll just get stoned on my head, I don't feel it.
Yeah. So, she's obviously, somewhat age, she's infirm, whatever, but that doesn't stop her, sort of being happy to have company.
Sit there by the pool.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah, have some light wine,
Yeah.
some fresh food, fruits, that sort of thing. And you just,
Oh, sweet.
I mean, you've never experienced this, even at your
No.
vaulted level. It was still, I'm surrounded by sacrifice and rotting flesh.
Yeah.
This is how the other side live.
This is why they're so weak, so soft.
And as the sun goes down and the night rolls in, it has by no means the cold nip that you would expect this time of year.
Right.
It is decidedly warmer, and hence, though the armour is obviously different in design, but pushed obviously to a level that they consider to be effective, it's better than hide. In leather, it's much harder, as you saw from the riders, but their clothing is also looser and of lighter materials. The town eventually starts to quieten down, and you are left, Odma basically make sure that you are attended to for the evening, and she literally curls up on one of the mats
Alright, okay.
near the door. One of the cots.
You need to keep watch. I don't mean stay awake all night, but you need to be light, just to make sure that we're not unprotected in this strange place where we're not liked.
Has there been a night where you have felt unprotected? Don't answer that.
I think it'd be prudent for you to maintain a watch of some sort, a light sleep.
I'll there discuss. I'll go to sleep.
That's what it is.
Right, so obviously you were getting the
Yeah, I'll
house.
make sure I get
Nice
this
and cloak over yourself and fall into a
comfortable, deep, dreamy sleep.
Yeah.
Relaxing, energy, just awakening, invigorating.
I wake up.
You is any particular time? I mean, you can literally see if you're at the back of the building, because this is not a room. This is a building, right? You know, this has got a full, big, circular section. It's got the water underneath, and you can sit there and look, you can see the stars. So you're well aware of the night as it progresses by just simply looking up. Are you? So you sit there. You're obviously alert. We don't have to go over. You know, you've got a lifetime of this. But what time would you be looking at as far as the length of the night before you'd wake him up? Are you going to? Or are you going to do the whole night?
No, wake him up. About halfway. Halfway point, I'll wake him up. So a bit before. Are we leaving a crack of dawn?
Well, you keeping your voice low,
Yeah.
you know, keeps your foot until you're waking up. You see his eyes like flint reflecting the moonlight of death upon you.
Go back to sleep.
You have to wake him a couple of times before he stops snoring and glaring, and then go back to snoring.
Push me in the pool.
Roll him. He's literally out. Anyway, he wakes you.
Give me a dodge.
Shake. Shake.
Grim.
Everyone's
Wake
awake.
everyone.
What's going on?
Shut up! Keep it going.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Is your name Grim? Yes. This is getting very complicated, isn't it? Which Grim are you after?
Power to the people! Shut up!
Don't make me come down there. Don't you know who I am?
And in the background, just faintly.
Come down and say that.
You want to see Maria? I want to live in Ragdorf.
Right, so I'll wake up. Grim.
I'm up.
Is that during my sleep?
Grim found his death.
It's your turn.
I was going to say, your turn, fatty. What? Dwarf's like, shink.
Bench pressure.
Caradak, did you always have an arm missing?
You're awesome. That's what I like to catch.
It's sheathed.
My head was cold.
So why have you...
Excited. This is open now.
Yeah, head. What?
My hand.
Yeah, hand's
But
good.
then again, I don't know which side he's put in first. So rewind a bit.
Rewind a bit.
So kick you away, gently.
I'll throw you in the
Kick
pool.
you away gently. I'll kick him away gently.
Boom! I want it.
Splish.
Oh god.
Yeah, Christ's sake.
Yes, man. How hard is to wake up a dwarf?
Apparently hard.
That depends.
Just wake up.
Everyone.
I'm trying to
Be quiet.
I want to live in America.
Will you shut up? Your turn to watch. Please.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You go back to sleep. I'll just carry on.
The thing is, Grim.
Your turn. Or not.
Yeah. Or I could carry on.
Carry on for a few more hours.
If you insist.
I could just because I'm in the groove now. I could probably just you go back to sleep.
Yeah. Fluffy arm.
You fluffy what?
Your arm. You sort of look at him, he leans over and he's like,
That's not my arm.
So
What's
hairy.
he sleeping on?
the ground.
No.
Did you bother rolling into one of the cart?
I just sat there.
Lying there beside the pool with your one leg in it.
I just, where I was sitting, I was like,
So I took him a nudge away and say, Grim, your turn to watch.
Scuttle off into the dark.
Yeah, run away.
Run away very quick.
Oh, come on, we
No,
do
of
it.
course I don't. I'd say it's your turn to watch.
Oh, yeah. Because he's been on the road for
Yeah, it's not going to be like a bench now.
Okay. You get yourself down on the cot. Front, back, middle, as far as the building's concerned. Yeah. Ulmakor.
Yeah, Ulmakor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like
You
to
sort of, you look at the cot and you're going, danger from the door, so I need to be there. And then you look at the dwarf and go, but inherent danger from the dwarf. End up dragging Ulmakor into a corner. And it being weak all night because of paranoia. Right? Not you wait naturally with the light and the warmth.
Did that on purpose, didn't you? Then you go to the infinite detail. We're going to put what level? Angles. What about that? Close, right? Okay. Yeah, it was quite nice.
yeah.
You're knackered. You didn't get a rest. You didn't rest easily at all.
Eyes are just covered like pink. You're like, got matchsticks to try and keep awake. Like,
You look over and go, well, at least the door was weak.
you basically look like Ren or Stimpy.
Both.
Yeah.
On my ways with the Dawn and goes about preparing breakfast, which she brings over to you individually wherever you are with plates and goblets. These aren't wooden or bone; they're made out of bronze, even. And there's a refreshing juices made out of fruit, and you break your fast as the sun begins to rise, casting its glorious rays and heat upon the land.
Sounds nice. Sounds so different from where we currently are.
And then you look up and go, it's like, yeah, this is Deathland.
Yeah, like, should we just take this rock somewhere else and say we couldn't find it? Well, our ears went pop and we couldn't go that high.
Yeah, we couldn't find it. Oh. Just throw it in the river.
Yeah.
We still got it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Let's get there. That's a rock. Oh, shit.
You left it in the dwarf watchtower in the past, didn't you?
Right, back again.
who's hopped out the rock?
As you get towards it, just a horde of death in the way.
They win.
Yeah. Oh, hail, you dark gods.
Surprisingly, it's very common at that point. Yeah, so, the dawn comes. It takes about an hour to feed and refresh and relieve yourselves and that sort of general stuff. As you step out, the heat, however, is quite remarkable. There's that sort of heat haze from the ground as the stone rises up. Compared to the coolness of Otmar's home, you step out into a heat that is very noticeably higher than it was yesterday. And the sky is a remarkably powerful, like blue, and the sun.
Is this heat debilitating? Is it like really like walking to a furnace?
No, it's just compared to what you've been used to.
Right.
It is hotter than
So
the
it's-
climate than.
Right. It's not
Don't get us wrong. Even in the right basin during summer,
you get hot, yeah.
it's hot. It's a big landmass, and the effects of the sun without any coast, really. But this is literally just, you look out and see that it is a yellow plain. This is a place that knows more heat than otherwise.
Right, but it's not a furnace. It's not.
No,
Right.
by
It's Queensland in the summer type thing. It's not
No,
like
it's
that.
not that, but the town is up and about and bustling. People going about their business, whether whatever it be, weaving or
Whatever town people do.
Everyone is just busy.
Just doing their stuff, right? Well, we need to get out of here, get out of Dodge.
So we'll head out and try and join up with on the South Road.
Okay. Well, yep. So we, as you do head further east, down the road itself. Strange enough, called the South Road, heading east.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Running
You look towards the forest, and you see that the forest itself is. You've been in some of the darker glades around the Fauna Moor is unlogged, isn't where you are. And this is a primordial forest. This is a forest that hasn't been shredded, it hasn't been logged to make up the the town by any means, or the bridge that no doubt you're heading towards. As this is dwarf made, this is all stone. So you're looking at undergrowth that is a good 4 or 5 foot. It's a heavy canopy. They're not exactly the tall trees of the Great Forest by any means. They're more thin and gangly and twisted. It's a very old forest, and it's been untouched by man. As you go down by the road on this side of the bank, the powerful river, it's deep. You can see from the dark water, but it's full of fish which jump and play in the sun. There's a trough upon it. It's a fresh running river. And yeah, the base of the mountains, it's at its full height of power. No doubt the further it gets away, it'll get more sluggish, potentially widening out until it disappears or meets into a larger pool.
Oxbow Lakes, I remember that. Right.
And looking at the trees, you can see that they are obviously, it's an old forest, there's a shade about it, whether that's given to its name gloom or not. But you can see that it's flit from tree to tree, and you can sense within your range the small and larger animal within the forest. And you're at peace. It's a casual walk.
No hidden parts that go, "Ooh, that's just tastes or smells or seems not nice."
No, nothing. And you see people have obviously gotten up much before the dawn. You see people are in the fields, they're working on the plantations. So there's planting to be done and harvesting. There's animals to be shepherded. And the further you go, as the day bears on, it becomes less and less populated until eventually you are the only people on this road. And again, you are aware of it being a dwarf road. This is not human made. Man isn't at the point of making stone roads. And this is old. No doubt the height of the Dwarven height of its power. And the sun reaches zenith. You break. You take a moment to sit by the side of the rover. You can try to wrestle a fish upon the bank, but you've got plenty of food. You sit down by the thick grass by the side of the river. You eat and move on. I'm assuming that you've got a fairly punishment base.
Well, yeah.
Not like a devastating one by any means, but you look at the sort of, if you imagine that without, you're all physically capable. This is not a time frame that, this is, if you imagine that this man, a modern army, for example, is embarrassed by what the legionaries could do, legionaries of the Roman Empire, because that's the life they were born into, that's the way that the body is. They have that loping stride. They knew how to do it. You are of that sort of ilk in the sense of you are from a society that walks great distances. So you can easily maintain a 4 mile an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say normally.
But if you wanted to force march, of course, you could smash.
No, I don't think that's not what we're maintaining our energy. We're maintaining our reserves, but we're just keeping the pace. So we're normally, if we're doing a 20-mile day, or a 24-mile day, that's what we're doing. 24 miles a day. We're not stopping. We're not loitering. There's no dawdling and sort of like taking your time. But it's not a route march. It's not like double timing it.
Because you can obviously with your dry rations and with your water reserves, you can do that on the hoof, as it were, on the foot. But I'm assuming that you'll still want to take
at the moment where it's
10 or 15 minute break.
where it's pleasant. Yes, where it's not like full of things trying to kill you.
Yeah.
At least obviously ones, anyways.
Well, as the day starts to wind down, there's probably 1, maybe 2 hours left of sunshine. You have a fair distance. You see the bridge in the distance, and very quickly close on it. You can see on this side of the bridge, not the far side. On this side of the bridge, you can see that there is a wood fort with a stone base. When I say base, it's higher than the man, anything in Reichdorf. The first floor is of solid stone in a highly defensible position, and it's been further built upon with thick, stout wood. You're approaching the guard tower that protects this side of the fence, this side of the bridge. There's nothing that blocks passage on the bridge, but this is obviously fortified. And with it comes the smell of man and manure.
Night soil.
Yes, and as you approach the fortifications, it's very typical of a northern encampment. Thick, heavy wooden logs have been cut to spikes, have been pushed into the earthworks, which have been raised up to give a natural defence. And there's this is an area for very much like, if you imagine that's your bridge, and the earthworks are in a rough circle around it, with the bridge inside the embankment, and there's spikes coming out of it in a wooden palisade, and then you can see the tower itself, which is dwarven made, the rest of it being man. As you approach from this side, you can see that the gate is open. It's two large gates, wooden doors that are thrown back, and there's a couple of guards standing there. You can see they've got the rounded helm with the fur trim. They're carrying steel-tipped, or metal-tipped, iron-tipped spears, and they look down, ordering on boredom as you walk into the gate. As you step in, you can see that there's stables out here, there's a blacksmith here, there's a few wooden lean-tos, some tents, and otherwise you're looking at around about 30 men-at-arms, all horsemen, and very quickly one of them comes towards you. You have not been around these guys to recognise if there's anything on their armour or anything to indicate rank. Hell, it could even be the length of the moustache, you just don't know yet. But one of them comes towards you. He's got a haunch of chicken in his hand, a slight smile on his yellowed, gapped smile mouth. His voice very much, his accent very much like the city, matches them. It's close enough to yours to be understandable, but heavily accented, you'd say. Ah, strangers, what brings you here?
Passage. We are seeking, with the guidance of this good dwarf, to make our way through on the dwarf road yonder.
Well, if that's your direction. It has been quiet these last few months, but we've not seen one of the dwarf for some time. Where are you from? From the far west, I assume. You're from one of the other kingdoms or halls?
Some distance from here, yes. Quite some distance from here.
Are you staying the evening, or will you be heading straight through?
No, we seek to get through immediately so we can find a safe place to hold up.
On the western bank.
On the
Is there
western.
such a place, Master Dwarf?
Yeah, there is. It's just an abandoned logging camp.
It must be long abandoned. Our people have not crossed this river in many years. We do not seek to anger the spirits and creatures that live and dwell within those ancient boughs. We don't want them attention upon us. Long ago we had to put up with raiding parties of the greenskins. But it has been some time since we've seen their violent, evil red eyes gleaming at us from the docks. Well, I bid you farewell, and good journey.
Thank you, Captain. We won't be keeping you. We'll let you get back to your repast.
Over the gate! Sound of creaking timber as after they've lifted the crossbar and they push it out, and you look across the stone, stout, very old bridge. Originally it had a fortified crenellate like edges that ran down its length across the bridge. But you can see that some of these have eroded or broken up, maybe through war or conflict, or obviously not through bad workmanship, or maybe the bridge is just that old.
It's good for the first 20,000 years, and after that, well, I mean,
You know, no guarantees. And yeah, you walk out under the arched palisade and defences onto the stone bridge. You can see that they do not, in any circumstances, do anything for this bridge. They're not maintaining it at all. You can see that the dominion of man stops at this gate.
right.
And within a couple of steps you hear the creaking of the timber as it's dragged back and shut and closed behind you. And you look across the bridge, the river, tearing through the arched gap beneath you. And you cross over onto the northern bank. You can see that the road does pass through into the forest, but it has been left. You can see that it does have the resemblance of a forest that was cut back. You can see that old sort of look upon some tree stumps that have been cut back and then obviously tarred, and so that will let the grow, but the forest has eventually come back to this bank. Quite a lot can grow in 20 years. But they're definitely thinner, younger trees at this end. and you pass into the forest. As soon as you do that, you feel the coolness of the heavy canopy above you. You're aware of the passage of animals around. You can hear birds tweeting, the sound of insects in the summer heat, and you find your pace, if anything, increases because you haven't got the direct sun upon your head. The sweat that builds up inside armour and clothing that's designed for the cold north cools upon your skin. The road is easily wide enough to walk, and side by side, if that's what you wish. Is there a sort of a gate? This is a flat road as well,
And it's wide enough for three abreast. Well, we know we're going into goblin territory here, so we probably need to think about being a bit more cautious than just going. We're not going for a stroll through happy times. We probably just walk in single file, try and keep the noise down to a minimum, and be aware, be alert.
Yeah.
And I'm particularly going to be keeping the old sprites, be aware of them to see whether they're getting engaged, or disinterested, or vexed, or.
Yeah, they seem to be quite happy with the visit, with people passing through. These seem to be in trouble.
Right.
So you continue.
It turns out they don't really care about orcs. It's like, well, you're bloody useless. Oh, them. Oh, we don't know what they are.
They're fun, right? To play with these things.
They always feed us.
Okay. So you travel on. The sun, when it comes to the tree canopy, it's very picturesque. You can see dust motes float across these beams of light that come to the canopy. And even though it's called the Forest of Gloom, and you've given them there's lots of horrible things in here, you don't feel it. It feels right. And that's not to say that this is sorcery. We shouldn't be on edge. Use it both.
We're just not in a patch where all the shit's gonna.
Yeah, you're not. There's no evidence of a darkness upon it.
There's no 20-foot spider.
But yeah. So the day, like you say, the sun seems to hang for a lot longer than expected, and that's simply because instead of having the direct sunlight upon you, you just see it branching through, and there is a natural, subtly, there's a gloom of being in such an old and dark forest with a heavy canopy, so what sunlight does come to you is disconcerting. Effectively, it's giving an impression of a longer day than it really is, and as you make your way through the trees, you vaguely remember. Dwarf never forgets, and pushing back some of the undergrowth a little bit ahead of them, you find the trail that leads to just far off the old hut.
Yep.
And looking through the trees, you can see it. It was originally very close. It is close to the road. But in such dense forest, it's
grown.
unseen. But you find the waymark and you see it, and you can see the moss and moss-covered ancient beams of the once proud centre of a logging community.
Make our way over.
You step off the main road, and you see straight away that he's making for this log cabin. Log cabin seems to give it to belittle its size and shape. It is a large, once heavily fortified timbered building. Whether it be made by man or dwarf, there's no real sort of indication. But it has long since given into the elements. Part of the roof is collapsed in, doors missing. It's an old structure, but it does give a natural fortification from a warrior's point of view, where there is none. And you step in. Old stone from a fireplace that's crumbled down is sitting in the ground, partially hidden like some old, like an old body. Moss grows everywhere, and you step into the four walls are fairly solid, but part of the roof is still in place, but the vast majority is fallen down into the floor.
Read that. I'm looking at it.
That word there.
Yeah,
that's the name for the spirits.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I was thinking. I don't recognise that.
So
You make camp here.
We'll make camp here, then in the morning we'll head to the Dwarf Road and go through the Forest of Gloom.
So we're heading. Which direction we were heading?
East.
East, straight east, or is it
We'll
north
follow
east,
the
west
Dwarf
east?
Road
Is it a northeast, southeast, west east, or just straight east?
east.
East to east.
East to the Wold Edge Mountains.
Right. Again, I think, especially if we're not on the path, and we're now in the forest of gloom, we need to be aware of where we are and take suitable precautions. We're heading into places where there could be nasty things. That's not just, we're not out for a Sunday stroll. So I think we should take precautions. Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna persuade the some of the sprites to go and have a bit of a search and a wander and see if they can play catchies and hey, wouldn't it be great to play hide and seek? Can you see if you can find? I'm just gonna send them out and see if I can persuade them. Well, I can't persuade them. See if there's anything it's a reasonable distance. I'm not gonna 65,000 leagues away. There's apparently something bad. They come back 3 weeks later. Run. I don't want nothing like that, but just try and send out a scouting idea to them to come back and tell us if there's anything interesting or different out there that isn't an animal or isn't or just tell me about the badger out there or the squirrel. And I'm going to do that. But that's quite tiring, so I'll best get some sleep after I've done that.
I'll take first watch. Is that all right with you, Grim?
I'll go to sleep.
I will wait. No.
You're just going to eat as and when you need to. You're not going to sit and have, there's not going to be like, right, now it's feeding time. All the shall eat at the same time. Just eat as and when.
Yes.
Eat,
Sleep when you can.
Rat on the stick type stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Cut my own throat dibbler.
What are you doing?
He's so shiny.
Yeah.
No, that was
And
unexpected.
I'm on the other side.
Right off.
So very quick. Before any... So you're basically going, I'll take first watch, and you're like, sounds like a plan to me. You don't say any of that, of course, you're sort of looking like offs. You've got to put your back against a wall, stretch your legs out.
And down.
Yeah. Back to the side, leaning on it.
Yeah. As soon as he said which one he does, that's the action.
When I'm sort of like in the moment and communing with them, I'll try and get some sense of what that is.
They're convicts. That's what they're...
Right, but small.
Yes. And you get spots of red from the dogs.
I get, or they're telling.
That's what they're showing you. It's just images. They don't know what they'll be looking at and say, oh, there's something that it's the criteria.
Yeah, let's go and tell Ulmakor about these things.
So you can see 3 sets of these red lights low to the ground, in shadow, cast in shadow.
Right.
That's the way that they visualise.
Well, when I finished doing my trance, I'm going to call Caradak. Yeah. Be aware there's something not far away from where we came. The sprites, I don't really know what it is, but there's something there. Let's be ready to react. Should it turn out to be nothing other than, if it just turns out to be squirrels of the night, fine, but it might not be squirrels of the night, it might be something else.
Understood.
With teeth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you, usual stuff, halfway through the night. You wake him up.
I don't think I can sleep now.
You're straight asleep.
No, I don't think I can after he told me that.
Maybe somebody would shop.
When he as soon as he did that, yeah. Flashbacks.
Oh!
I'm not sleeping at all.
Ever again.
Shh.
Okay.
swinging his swords around randomly.
Shh. What do you say?
Shh. No problem. Sorry, I didn't make noise. You're like crouching, looking down at their two suit forms. Don't bother. Thanks. Stop screaming
That's
now.
my combat gas.
Should I stop screaming now? I would.
I haven't shot myself. It's combat gas. It is. It's when I'm being alert.
Caradak comes out with paranoia.
So you don't make him at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm just watching. I take a low stance and I'm watching God out, get in a defensible position. I'm assuming we're going to take cover under the bit.
Well, it's not raining.
Well, I want to be out the shadows. I want to remain
Out the shadows in the forest of gloom at night.
Yeah.
Oh, it's completely pitch black.
Yes, very quickly.
It's like the midnight at the bottom of a mine.
Okay. I'll wake him. I was like, hang on a minute, I can't see your bloody bat. Give him a kick.
Like you kick Ulmakor.
Oh shit!
Ah! Why did you do that?
It was a squirrel.
Arc light going. Well, I'm ready to kill it. Does this help? Somewhere on the other side of the mountains. What the fuck is that?
Repeatedly, every night. Ah, boom!
It's just like a big.
At some point, every night for 5 nights in a row.
It's mushroom clouds.
Stop it! From the sky, there's these perfect circles in the forest of gloom in a long line.
Wonder where he could be. I don't know. Is there any sign of spoor? Not so much. Just look around glades. Just. Do you think they've passed this way? Check for
So
markings.
after realising that my eyes are useless, in this kind of, are they?
No, they never were before. So
Oh, I thought you said. I thought it was really dark.
It is really dark.
But I can see.
You can see.
Oh, I can see. Well, I can see then. I'm
You've
fine.
always been able to see very well at night.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Always.
Always.
You
20 years.
vampire.
Yeah.
See even better now.
Got an urge to hang upside down on that tree though.
Drink blood
Just
You always had that.
and talk like.
start counting things.
One.
One.
The Sesame Street count. You wake up and he looks a bit fuzzy in the dark with a purple cast and he's like, one!
Ticket.
One goblin!
To them.
Two goblins!
And my entrails.
Oh yeah, everyone. So you make him or do you?
No, stay God.
One
You
way.
wanna stay one?
I'm still God.
Okay, right. So as the night goes on,
Yes.
gets to the zenith.
You're just doing combat rolls all around the glades.
Like the Highlander.
Everyone's
You know,
going.
you know he goes in one direction.
Exactly.
Back to the bridge. Hey,
Zeke Kyle.
I didn't see Zeke. I was like, oh,
That's not what he said at all.
at every flip.
Going a full Highland Nazi mode. They won't be expecting this. Everyone's going, what?
Some dude's like, is that like Nazi doing backflips?
That's really confusing, that. All the goblins like, strong.
Goblin.
Let's just
Goblin.
leave it.
Yeah. Ooh, he's really freaky. Zeke Kyle. Flip flop.
It is round as a Blackadder. Is on the business.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm watching.
And then you don't.
And I'm
Because
not.
you wake him up.
I'm gonna wake him
And then you're watching. And you're going to sleep, or do you stay awake beside him?
up.
He's woke me up in the morning.
No, I'll wake him.
Okay.
But are you going to sleep?
I'll go sleep.
Okay.
You are.
Oh, I shouldn't.
Absolutely. So you're not going to sleep, are you?
Of course not.
You're like, wait a second. He does that a lot in his sleep.
Just like
You're not going to sleep, are you?
pad the eye like a
Oh,
cat.
yeah.
Get the pillow fluffed up.
The night is peaceful. You get nothing at all.
Because of the sword through your head.
No, I'm staying God. Don't trust him. I don't trust.
You don't
I don't trust his hearing.
Next thing you know, you leap up. Ah! Zing, hi, zing, hi, zing.
And good fun. The night is peaceful.
Bat.
You know the sounds of the forest as it settles down, the sounds of night animals
What's that over there?
There's the call of a natural predator. Or the screech of a bird, and something that comes in the night.
The gargling of a door as its throat is ripped out
You're not
by.
used to hunting and being in the forest in the wilderness, so I'm sorry.
Touch my leg
Oh
again.
man, it's that big.
Put your hand on the table. Actually, I just realised he looked like a puppet there because he's got one hand. Remember?
Yeah.
Just one hand. No, I was like
Is
George,
it-
from Rainbow.
Rainbow. Hello. I'm retarded.
Right.
And whatever Zippy was.
So,
Pervert.
Yeah.
I'm listening out for disturbance in the wilderness.
I think it's in the force.
If I can.
No. The forest gets you still. There's a silence around anywhere that people move. The forest is that silent. The forest gets used to you. You can hear the sound, the legs rubbing of crickets in the night, and there's nothing that disturbs you, gets your hairs hackling. No sense of any dangers or anything else.
Apart from your mind.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Master Ulmakor set wards.
You don't have to wonder that because you didn't. Because you can see when he does that.
Oh yeah. Well. Oh yeah.
If you're thinking to yourself, I wonder if he's somehow in his sleep putting a scry. You've heard of whatever they are, but no, he would normally run around and cast. You just set wards
So
around, and he definitely isn't.
He didn't. Okay. Grim.
Right, you.
You see.
He's going to talk all the night.
Yeah, she's like,
That was 6 hours.
How are things?
How
How are things in your end, mate?
What's going on in your life?
Tell me about yourself.
Everything's fine.
Tell me about your life before all 300 years.
Well,
I am interested.
I was born on a Tuesday. No, on Wednesday.
Tell me about your relationship with your father. Did you have a father?
Stop interrogating him. He's like, I can't even get an answer out.
I hadn't. I grew up without a father.
I can see.
How can you see that?
Because you're not
I'm not.
centered. You're all over the place.
I'm not scented.
Scented.
You stink.
Draw a circle from him and go like that. That's scented.
What does that mean? I'm not scented.
You're all over the place.
How should I be? Grim. Perhaps you can
Protecting
enlighten
your
me.
master.
I am protecting him. That's why I'm awake, because I cannot trust. No, I can.
Ooh, awkward. I think you're a
I think you're an
That was the proverbial
absolute.
toe in the water. Too cold.
I think an absolute right. I'm great fellow.
What I really hate is dwarf.
With tusks.
You lost an ear.
I need to be more centered. I'm happy to learn. Perhaps you could teach me your scented ways.
People think she's scented.
He is.
Scented?
Not scented.
Scented!
His smelly ways. Tell me about your.
C-E-N. I don't know.
I can't watch now.
Senator.
Centered.
I'm wondering if he's going to go with the T-E or T-R.
I don't know.
T-R.
Centre red.
Center?
Centre Parks.
Is it T-E-R-E-D? Scented?
Anyways, this is
I don't know. I don't really care. I don't spell it.
I'm just watching a watch now.
You're watching the watch?
Yeah.
You're watching the watch? How far can you see?
Well, it's only there.
you're probably going like. I've got. Yeah.
Casio.
I watch. Click. Oh, look, I've done
Is it one of
20,000
those-
paces today.
He's getting his thrills out of changing some dude's channel. One of their with those watches together. Yeah, you do. You're just saying that for no reason.
No, I don't know what he's talking about. You were so
You know
rich.
that.
You were so rich as a kid, weren't you?
Yeah, you
You
do.
know, a watch that could change
Channels. I know. I was going to say it. No.
Let's just have like a built-in remote control.
No. How rich are you?
Very.
Well, clearly.
Built-in remote control.
I mean, I'm not talking about like.
Well, obviously not. Well, I think the most, like, oh my god, over the top would be one with a
Casio calculator watch.
calculator watch.
No, that was after the calculator watches.
Well, apparently, because
Yeah, well, because in those days, remotes were still on the end of a wire.
that's exactly right. The remote was called the Switch. Go and remotely change the TV. Oh, click.
All 4 channels.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
You would have.
There were.
A remote control
Sure,
watch.
like, it was back into the 90s.
Wait, would Dwarven Hill make him go to sleep?
But
Yeah.
Try
Yeah,
that.
swig this.
Throw that in your eye.
So one day I hope you can teach me your sentence, please. Grim.
Take a nap.
I intend to.
Do you feel like it went the way you wanted it to?
Absolutely.
Got a lot out of the conversation. Man at the dwarf for 25 minutes. Stream of consciousness questions. Not a single response coming back. Right. Well, I'm glad we had this chat. I feel better. I think we're bonding more now, Grim. The dwarf's just there.
Grim and I agree.
Just shh. He's got his whetstone on. Shh. Right. Anyways, we can't just keep on chatting all night.
You're a whimsical person, yeah? Anyway.
I'll go to sleep.
Yeah. The forest lights up as rises, and it goes from a pitch black to a grey as it was the day before. With even as you can see the odd brighter beam of sunlight coming through. It is that sort of grey, washed out sort of look, but you can feel that it gets a bit warmer, and the nothing was untoward at all during your watch, or in fact yours. And,
You're
Still alive.
shit!
Oh, look at that! Spread eagle. Oh no, they got and did that.
Oh shit!
Well, I slept really well. So did I. How do you do, Ulmakor? Still breathing.
It's a nasty burn.
Wake them up.
You feed.
Get up.
Take water.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah. Water.
Get rid of water.
Yeah. Dirty water. Get rid of that.
Pack your stuff together and step back onto the road.
Yes.
With a hi ho here.
As you forge your way through the road, you see him step onto the path, looking to the left, which is the direction you're going to be heading, and he stops. You see a very clear and imminent threat. The moment of where the axes come out is almost instantaneous and instinctive. You see literally as he steps out, he looks and you just see him go, instant axes are out, and he's very much a
Instant swords are out.
right. You can't see what he can see from the road.
But we can see him do that.
Yes,
Yeah, the swords
absolutely.
are definitely on then.
Right. Axe comes out, but then also I'm going to I'm pause to speak to the sprites who are cavorting around and go, oh, tell me what's going on. Why don't you have a look over there? Okay, come back.
Can you tell me about this?
Yeah. Bring them over.
Very quickly, because it's obviously whatever's there is very close, and you get the imagery of small humanoid figures, animalistic in their mind. All of them, these red eyes, these red lights, weapons, and basically a sense of something that they're looking to stay away from because of the smell of it. But they're everywhere within the forest, but concentrated on the road.
Where we are was
Yes, literally just on the side of the road, within a few, about 20, 30 feet ahead of you. No doubt you've moved forward.
Mm-hmm.
What got your attention, obviously, straight away is that you can see in that moment, that instant alertness that came on board, that even before your mind had registered what you're fully the situation you're in, you can see that there are many goblins on the road, and you can see that they're in the forest. You can see them, their usual sort of twitching, that sort of skittering like thing that the goblins have, but it is a large amount. On the road alone is 2 dozen, but you immediately, as soon as you become aware of them, you can sense them. You can see that they're on movement. They're on a rock here. They're in the trees. They're all predominantly carrying bows. In the centre, between you, they're a good sort of 40 foot away. But as you all sort of stand and your axes come out, you see 4 of them, one of them near the front, seems to be more robed, effectively. He's wearing a sack and that sort of thing. He's got a hood up. You can see that he's got a position of power.
Yeah.
And he goes, and you see them drag a heavily mutilated deer corpse, shot through with typical of the goblins.
Yeah.
Why shoot once when you can shoot 140 times? Yeah.
And then dragging it down the road, you can hear the sound of his body getting dragged. You're visually seeing it through the sprites.
Towards us or away from us?
Towards you. You can see this now, obviously stepping on the road, and they're dragging it. You can see that they're small creatures. These are forest goblins.
Yeah.
The mountain goblins are a bit more. They're a bit bigger. The tools, the armor is more mix of salvage and capability. They've understood metal, whereas the forest goblins are very much a primitive species, even amongst these creatures. Their headgear is they're pretty much now naked, but they're wearing reed or feathers and skulls and bones and smaller creatures. They're very much a more feral breed of the goblin, and they're dragging this recent kill, this deer. But of course it's mutilated. It's been shot through so many times. It's been handled and dragged. It's in a bit of a state.
So all the guts are falling out. It's just
Exactly.
bits of it are dropping off, and like, we're gonna get back to the camp. We're
How
like,
many
oh, the
scars that is?
It's a foot.
Yeah.
They get about
Oof again, guys. Yeah.
half the distance between you. You're poised. You're ready for the roar. In that moment, there is no surviving this. There's just too many. The arrows are.
I'll slowly step back into where we just came. So I'm moving like.
As soon as you do that, you're going to lose sight of them. It's only because you stepped onto the road that you actually see them arrayed in front of you.
Mm.
You're stepping away, then you can't. Right, so when he steps away, you
I'm
lose sight of the enemy. You can't see what's going on now at all. What have you done?
moved.
Right, so you're frozen effectively from your point of view. You're stopped.
Yeah.
Swords are out. You're looking. Ones that were dragging the bodies stop. So they're looking backwards and forwards. You can't really see or hear anything what's going on. They bark and orders. Their voices are high pitched. They're skinny, and they look back.
When
back towards the line.
So what I'm trying to work out is are we, if we're here and the road's there, are they and they're dragging it down that way? Yeah, say past us. We're in the trees. Are we? Is there a screen that's going to pass us, or it will? So we're likely to get stumbled upon.
So basically, if you imagine that's where you've been, you've got to that point here, and you've got your road, and the vast majority of them are across this point. But in your, they're as far afield as that, and there's no shadow of doubt that they knew where you were.
Right.
They knew you were there, but they've been waiting. They've been on the road waiting for you.
With a kill.
Doesn't mean that makes sense.
Well, brought snacks.
They have blocked that road, but you know that the number
Right.
is
Oh,
off in
right.
the trees, yeah? So you're standing there. The main thing is that amount, these creatures are, even the mountain ones, which are a little bit more, for want of a word, more evolved.
They don't normally.
These are literally as feral as they can be. These are
It's like
dark
it'd
goblins.
be this similar of seeing badgers everywhere. Like badgers, yeah, like you wouldn't expect to see.
No, when they attack, you've never seen forest goblins before, and you still physically haven't. You don't know what the hell you're looking at. You've seen goblins, and these are like smaller, more ferocious, feral-looking creatures. You fought the forest goblins, and this is in force. This is not the full amount. This is an attacking force. They would not have stopped. They'd have come along, and there's that many of them. You couldn't, even a small percentage of them hitting their mark would kill you.
Yeah.
And they don't wait. They don't stop. This does not follow any goblin interaction you've ever had. Yeah, they've casually got up to this point. They've obviously been aware you're here. They haven't just stopped. You haven't stumbled upon them at the same time. They're not travelling. They've waited, which meant they know you were there, which means you'd have been killed in the night. But the other thing is, they've never been this quiet. You can hear goblins coming a mile away.
Yeah.
What we're all getting here is they're silent. That is by far more hair-raising than the sheer number of, we're going to die, right? But the fact is they're like that. They're just staring.
So
at
they
you.
are.
Oh, so
looking-
they're all right.
Are they staring at the point from where we are going to
They're looking at you.
Oh, they're looking down at you.
100%.
Oh, so-
Where you were, they've been waiting for you. You've stepped onto the road, and the only time they've spoken was when this obvious leader, this robe wearer, none of them are wearing clothes, but this one's actually wearing a robe, a stylized something it's seen. Their weapons are bows, the most crude, but still very deadly. You know, forest spiders. Forest goblins poison their blades. You also know that if they wanted to, they'd have sorted it, they'd have landed on it, and they make a sound. You're sitting there going, that's not possible.
Yeah, they've just broken the rules.
They're like, they screech and they fall out of trees, and they're stupid creatures, but they're ferocious and they're horrible killers because they just mass, right? They've waited, and then is it dawned on you? They're also upwind. They've stopped outside. They're aware of the smell they give off. Like prey, they've stopped so that you couldn't. They shouldn't have got that close without being heard. They've done it quietly. Absolute. Even now, there is no noise. But second, they've obviously been there long enough that the forest has become used to them. The sound of animals, the small insects, is now stopped because you moved, not because they've actually slowly entered this area and have been waiting there for quite some time for you to come out. They've waited for you. This does not follow normal forest goblin. They go, dwarf, human, whatever, dinner, and then they've killed you. They haven't charged you, they haven't shot you full of arrows. They've killed a deer and they've dragged it. You're there, they get to about there, and then they walk back, leaving it in the middle of the road.
Grim.
No, this is not
I don't
normal.
shout that out. It's like grim. This is low voices.
Well, before you get to say that, because obviously
okay,
I'm trying
sorry.
to explain. Is you're the only one visible. The one that's in the robe. You see, they're evil creatures. They're born of evil. Their eyes literally are shining malice-filled red. And one of them, the one that obviously is part forward, it looks at you. And one green, nibbly, nod, talent hand. And Razazrat! Don't check! And it's clearly pointing, motioning towards the deer. Don't check!
Does anybody understand their tongue?
I don't understand.
Yes, he said if I could just... Where's my bit of paper?
You don't know this tongue.
Don't check.
I don't know this.
You've never heard this tongue before.
Master Ulmakor.
No, that's
So
right.
he's well hidden good. It's going to be one of the big four.
Yeah. Of course, it's the last one, isn't it? So I can hear dot check being shouted.
Yeah. Razazrat! Don't check!
Right. He says
The
good.
mannerisms, the voice is effectively going, you're a prick! There's nothing nice about the language, his mannerism. He's looking at you, and then he's pointing at the creature and going, you are a prick!
Yeah.
Prick! You're a prick! You're not like,
This is going to be you!
I think he wants to be friends. No. There's nothing, they don't know, they're just alien to you.
Can I hear these words?
Absolutely, clearly.
So I'll move beside these two because I was obviously fell behind. So they seem to be telling us they want us to eat it. This is some sort of gift for us.
Wow. I don't wish to eat that.
Well, as long as it's been nibbled on, it just looks like it's been dragged to the. Let's go and take the gift rather than upset them.
I hope you can detect poison then.
We can.
Caradak can.
It's how I survived
Yeah.
this long.
See if it's poisonous, Caradak. Ah, it was. How does he know? Is he sensitive to it? Has he got an?
I will take it easy. So,
Right.
This is my 6th Caradak.
There are many like this. This one is mine.
Everyone in all the Vactar. Oh no, he's picking another one. I shall call you Caradak. Oh!
come back with a moustache. Hello.
Off the right.
Caradak.
Step on the road.
The 7th, yeah. My name's Fred, but I get called. Ooh.
No, I will take lead.
It's actually a rank. What does it mean? Cannon fodder, I think.
Yeah. Poison eater.
tester.
Yeah, poison eater. Oh, horrible death awaits.
You step onto the road.
I'll
so
step
slow
onto the
road.
road.
They don't seem to be. They're not boasting about the fact that you've got your weapons out. You don't get the impression that if you shoot your weapons out, you've got a better chance of.
No, I put my weapons away because I'm aware that this is just wrong. I mean, it should be dead anyway.
Yeah.
Based on us being
Your
around.
interactions. You've never seen goblins quite so degenerate.
Yeah.
You have fought the goblins quite a lot. They're the biggest enemy in the Great Forest that you fought, and they are as far enough from goblins. You know, they definitely resemble them. They've got the structure, but they're a smaller, thinner, paler breed. But they've got the red eyes. They're definitely goblins, but it's a different breed. Very animalistic, effectively Neanderthal to Homo sapien. Yeah.
Yeah, there's also rather a fetal man who's more interested in, like, you know, his.
But it's where he was pointing though.
You know, from the other one. Hello.
I'm Ulmakor.
You know you love it.
Oh, look at you! Aren't you so cute?
So I step forward,
Yep.
approach the gift, the animal.
I'm watching from the trees, getting ready to give it like Billy Big Steps.
You're like, and yeah.
It's just Johnny Depp. On the wheel.
You're like,
Just running.
right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Jobs, soil.
Going off the end. Oh, bugger.
So this is a gift. Dodge check.
Dodge it. Razorsack.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
looking for the goblin for hairy arsehole.
Oh, yes. How do we say thank you?
You don't know this.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Indeed.
There isn't a thank you because I don't think they say thank you a lot to each other. I don't think that's really anything in their lexicon. Thank you. You're not a forest goblin. What?
So we can't actually. Why are we not dead?
Yeah, you hear Canva, my Rozozrat Isti.
That sounds like a question. You actually punked.
There's one of them near the front, and the creature that's robed up. Nia Kazdi, Roz Kazovat, Nimat, Nimna Zabit Kazdi, Velkio Soba. I just started talking.
Yeah.
This is
Más despacio, por favor. Bit slower. No hablo goblin. Un poco.
another one that would have dragged you. Kolkiazi, Kazdi, Topaslik. See the smaller, the one with the robes. Like, he looks down at the last one that spoke. Travnik Odravatnik, Odum, Rozdorifit, Vas. And the one that he's spoken to seconds ago. But you can see that he was looking at him very clearly. Like, going,
I'll stare at him.
Thank you
What was
for
it?
your gift.
What was it? Roz Kazova, did you say?
because you can remember this, you know, that's your gift is
Good, because I don't.
Canva,
Canva.
my Roz Ozrat Isti.
What fucking Canva on you?
All I heard was
We're dead.
the roses are here.
The roses.
The roses are-
No, we're not always going to be in there. There's
No, they're not. Yeah. Couldn't find it in the first one. All right. I'll just go. I have no idea what this is. Didn't get any of those words.
After all that, I've seen nothing. I'm just looking back at you. Nothing.
Yeah, yep.
No, nothing. Okay.
So, well, you've heard Roz Ozrat.
What's roses about?
Eat.
Eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
got
you
that.
heard, so you basically had Canva, which you don't know.
Yeah.
You heard my, no, Roz Ozrat.
Yeah. Eat.
Do you know what Isti is? Probably not.
No.
Oh, my is there. Sorry, I lied.
Oh yeah.
So Canva, my, so something, my, which is we,
Oh yeah. All the way down there. Yeah.
yeah, Roz Ozrat, eat.
Eat. You. Bass.
Then you had Isti, you don't know what that is. Yeah. Then the reply was Nia.
Yeah. We should put these in alphabetical order.
The way they said, which is the English.
I know, but
It's meant to be a bit more.
it's like but then
Nia.
it's like yeah.
young.
Oh, near.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kazdi.
No. No.
Roz Kazovat.
Roz Kazovat.
Yeah.
Oh, leader.
Yeah. Nimat.
No.
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 Nim.
Nim. No.
Zabit. Is he looking for Zabit?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, kill. That's nice.
We eat kill.
We
Then
kill.
Kazdi again. Then Velki. Or Soba.
Velki. There's Vilk. Oh, Velki also a big one. Oh, right. Okay, I think they're trying to decide whether they're going to kill. It depends who's the big one. Maybe you.
And the reply was, so it was basically something eat. Then the leader, but from what you said, went, no, leader, big one, with the words in there that you don't know. The reply was, then the next creature went, Colky.
No. No.
Azzy, which is no. Kazdi, no. And then Tira Paslik,
Oh, yeah. Dwarf.
so it was basically Colky, Azzy, Kazdi, Tira Paslik.
Something
Right.
dwarf.
The one at the front that's staring at you. And then the reply again from the obvious leader was Travnik.
Yeah.
No. Odro Renat. I don't think you.
No.
No. Enoch. No.
No.
Budum.
Budum, these are
Yeah,
Budum.
Budum, which isn't there either.
Yeah.
Ros Derivit. Which isn't there.
No.
Vas.
Which is you.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. You.
Rosetta Stone. Learn.
I heard my name mentioned.
$9.99.
In a month, you can be fluent.
So mannerisms wise,
Yeah.
yeah, the first one was one of them speaking, yeah, looks up at the guy, this leader, and he's like, Canva, my Rosnabisti, pointing towards you guys, and he's like, obviously,
Don't need him.
the language is like, nah, whatever, blah, 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 bacon. And then one of them at the front goes like,
But surely the dwarf.
What about the dwarf?
Yeah, we've got to be able to eat
And
him.
it's something else, which
Yeah.
just ends up with no in there as well. Somewhat frustrated. You know what, the deer, were you at the deer?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, because
Yeah, and I'll take you went,
Yeah.
not to be left alone in the forest. So he's on the road, and obviously, clearly there's a communication problem. It's such a devolved version of the goblin that the words that you do have, you're trying to, they're very base creatures, and you're reading their body language as opposed to what they're saying. And he steps down, at which point you realise he's being held up by other goblins. That was going to make right.
Hopefully on a shield.
Yeah. With a winged helmet.
Yeah.
And he comes towards you, loping around. You can see that he's got this robe. This robe is literally just it's possibly dwarven.
Right.
I
I bet he's got a wonderful
yeah,
effluvia. Yeah, like, I'm getting piquant flavors of rotted dead things and shit.
Yeah, you see him. He goes, folds the robe back, and you can see he's got a wicked-looking dagger, for want of a better word. It's just sharp and flint, wrapped with twine and on it. And he's like, pulls it out. Griff! You don't know the word.
Oh.
And he's pointing at Griff.
But
He's close, like you could reach up and snap his neck. This guy. It's like,
don't. Sorry.
He takes the flint, just snicks, and you see a bit of blood coming from his fingertips just at times. Right? Griff!
He's not cutting me.
His voice isn't deep, by the way.
Yeah.
That's really high pitched.
He's not cutting me. I'm not getting bloody set to see me.
No. Cut the deer.
Cut the deer.
I'll cut the deer. Shall I cut the deer?
Yeah!
Sounds human.
Griff!
Crisps.
Give me your hand.
His hand is long.
You see it's a freak. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, do you remember that time that we warmed up that dwarf with them two tools?
I thought we were going to get away.
He cut his hand over that. He cut a necklace. His hand is bigger than yours. It's a creature that's about waist height to you. The hands are long.
Must be British.
Takes your hand and just goes like this. Just
Yeah.
it's sharp enough.
Just
Reaction.
slashes you.
And it just goes like that.
No.
And goes.
He sucks me fingers.
No!
Do that again.
I mean, basically,
Gets a bit of salt.
this mouth that is filled with far too many small pointy teeth. He doesn't bite you. You can feel it go, right? And he goes,
Happy Valentine.
puts the,
I'm not doing the same.
throws the knife, basically stabs the knife into the deer,
Where them fingers
goes
are
to
doing.
his pouch,
Please don't make me do
and
the
you see
same.
this fat-bellied spider.
Nice.
On his hands. And he's got the long mouth and all that sort of stuff. And he sees him biting it. He's like, literally, the spider's rolling around. And then he goes, he climbs out of his mouth. And you're just watching. And then he goes, better, better, better.
That's one way of learning a language.
Better.
It's funny, fast forward different language at least.
You feel just an ever so tinge of power
Right.
that comes with it.
From-
You've never felt this style. It's not that it's weak power, just whatever he's doing is obviously a usage of it, but you've never felt this power before. It is similar to the shaving magic that you came across in the north, but that is very much more violent. It's all about death and destruction. This is something different, and it is an echo of greenskin magic, effectively. So yeah, better?
Better.
Good, good.
So, okay, now I understand.
Yes, yes, understand.
So,
You understand?
this gift for us.
That's one way of learning a language.
Gift, yes, gift. From Ulzot.
Quills and everything.
Ulzot. I mean, he says Ulzot Dual Aram. But you somehow can understand what he's saying. He basically calls it Ulzot Long Arm.
Is he your leader?
Just as well as Ulzot, plague bearer. What? Oh,
Yes.
Is he of your kin?
Raided.
Is it Wraith?
Raided. Boss.
He's your boss.
leader.
Boss.
Was that-
Gloomfang boss.
Was that the spider black?
Gloomfang boss?
Black spider.
What is Gloomfang
No.
boss?
What?
Gloomfang.
Gloomfang?
You said Gloomfang, right?
No. He didn't.
Did you say Gloomfang boss?
Raided. But boss.
Oh, boss.
Gloomfang boss.
Gloomfang boss.
Gloomfang boss.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
What is Gloomfang?
That's their tribe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And he is goblin.
North side.
Yes.
So you are to.
Not Velgio sober.
He is to. You are to take us to your leader.
Come, come.
Take me to your leader. What is this thing you call kissing?
Oh, anal.
But anal. Spock one eyebrow and Spock.
You know what anal means?
What I say?
You said
Not
it?
want some. Bababoom.
You must be part Bretonian.
Boom.
Shut up, Cleo!
Anal. What? No. Might be dinner
No.
first.
Come. After you.
Ozot.
Ulzot. Ulzot!
We go.
You
We stride purposely.
very slowly.
Yeah.
Like slowly like it.
Like slowly letting everyone then get slightly ahead of like.
Turn around and like, ah!
And now a bird.
The
kept
lead
that one
off
quiet.
through the forest, deep into the forest. At least half the day is gone before you just smell.
Just trying to translate them. Like I've got pigeon.
I think he wants to eat the dwarf,
I think yeah.
but I could be wrong.
He could be saying it to my friends, or we're all dead. I'm not too sure. Yeah. So we
But the strongest smell of an encampment definitely becomes you can smell before you get to it.
So is it, when you say it smells, it like
Yes, very much so. Now, as you realise that the ground is rising up and it comes to a natural clear upon almost a hilltop which has been cut clear. There's many different there's fire pits and there's an obvious sign of a camp by the sheer amount of feces, mess from goblins, etc.
midden pits. I think is the word for it.
Pits.
Just middens.
Yes, yeah, it is if the camp could be
Right. So rather than digging a hole, just shit on the floor.
Yes,
It's just
wherever
it's
we
just
walk.
it's just easier.
Yeah.
Less digging.
As you get there, by a cold fire, it hasn't, it was obviously lit at some point, but he's sort of like scratching around, and you can see one particular goblin that sticks out. And beside him is another one that seems to be very much like the one that was talking to you, but this one's got attached to his head antlers at a jaunty angle. As in, they don't quite fit properly, but it's a headdress.
Oh right, I thought you meant it was like
Sign of power.
like oh that's gonna hurt.
Where the base is, it's been put together with reed and all and bits of strapping or whatever. It doesn't quite fit, and it's one end. That's like,
We've really stumbled across the true power in the forest, and we're like, oh great.
and he's standing there. You can see he's got a staff, and on the staff there's lots of feathers and bird skulls and that sort of thing. But the one before him, scrapping around in the dirt, picking his nose, picks up a piece of bone. He looks up, you can see one arm is all shriveled and burnt and blacked. Literally, it's like this as he sort of looks up. The other one speaks to him in a low tone. Friends, says the one with the shriveled arm. It's an injury. You can see somebody's been struck by something. It looks like it's been burnt and the muscle's been wasted away. Friends, come.
Who's that? Dolaram?
Who's that?
Just Ulzot.
Just Ozat. Ozat, long arm.
Forgive me, this is how...
Are you Ozat? Long arm.
And I shall call you Little John because you're so tall. I shall call you Long Arm because
And
clearly
you go Ozat, long arm. Right, and you hear like Ozat walked up with and go.
dwarfs on the floor.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm
Just
being-
Caradak.
Sorry, I meant no disrespect.
Yes, you did.
You're trying to blame someone else.
The one with the headdress. He rattles his staff, so the bones of the small creatures bounce across it.
It's a strong arm.
Silence! Silence! And all you see them all cowed immediately. The one that came, that was doing the talking initially on the road, he just glares balefully at him, and he slinks off to the side. What was that? Great chieftain. Rule of Gloomfang. You friends, the Gloomfang.
We don't have many goblin friends.
It's not like
This is definitely the first.
I think it's yes would be probably the best way of doing it rather than
We are
It's a
happy
first
to
for
do-
everything.
Why in Gloomfang Forest?
We are...
shink.
We are...
Oh, this
I look that way.
Seek safe passage.
Gloomfang, Ozot, will give safe passage. The friend of Gloomfang.
That is very generous.
But first,
I thought so.
do something for Gloomfang.
Oh, here we go.
You travel to Stunty House.
Stunty house.
Stunty House. Stunty House.
Stunty house?
Stunty.
Point of stunty. Turn of abuse, you know, like straight up prison songs. Fuck you.
There's only so many times you can say that one.
I think it's like 6 times. He's going, Stunty, 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 Stunty. You're like,
Now do you mean stunty?
Yeah.
oh, Stunty. No,
Or just
Stunty.
stunty, you know.
Stunty.
It's not necessarily how my journey was supposed to end, but fucking all, I'm going now.
You all died.
Just as the chieftain does not like the phrase
Damn those
Dolaram,
goats.
stunty is not.
You just called him Dularam.
I said just as the
You just bring it up again.
Just as long arm.
You're not long on. He's not Stunty. No, he's Stunty.
Pass him the shovel from a back.
I'll bury myself
This
here.
is a personal slight. That's a racial slight.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy that's
No.
running everyone.
Now listen, small cock.
Looking at small cock.
Like,
I'm a small cock. You are. But you're not. You're with a tiny dick.
yeah.
Stop pointing on the dick.
I mean, it's not that small. I mean,
I've seen bigger.
On the other side.
you've got more of an innie than an outie.
Anyway, go on.
this job.
Oh, bless. The way you said that, it's like I've been trolled straight away.
That's why you put a stroke in yours.
I know, fucking leave mine alone.
Stunty House.
Okay, Dwarven place. And
Death.
death. Yes.
But you help Gloomfang
To
kill enemies.
who are your enemies?
Grumok.
Grumok. Sounds like an oak.
Grumok. Guide of Saraton.
Saruman! Holy shit!
Bear in mind when I'm saying some of these words, they're not showing, they're not, you're not hearing them.
Oh, okay.
In normal language.
Gru-
Black spider. Biggins.
Great.
Black spiders.
In the south.
Yes, in south.
You know this, Grim? Have you seen these spiders?
How big are they? Are they very black?
No, the goblins. They probably ride spiders.
Not goblins. Biggins.
Big uns, big oxen.
Big oaks?
There's big errands. Big errands. And spiders at Stunty House. But Grumok. Biggin
Grumok.
to the south.
What is Grumok? Is he an oak?
Biggin.
He's a big un.
Black oak.
Biggin.
What's a big one?
He's a big one.
Taller than Longarm.
Yes.
3'7". Huge.
From titty height.
He's probably hobgoblin.
But big errands. Spiders.
So there's,
Black spiders.
so there's,
At Stunty House.
so there's. I'm going to suggest it's probably like black orcs that ride spiders. Where's the stunty house?
He's talking about, imagine the place where we came from. The pass.
The pass, the one that got destroyed.
Where else is a Stunty house?
Oh, not the thing we just came through, not the
Is
town.
there
we
any
just go-
dwarven holds that I know of? Well, not hold. Buildings in this area.
Well, you know that 4 days hence is Kazad.
Kazakh.
Kazadoom.
Yeah, not that they stole any names. Like Black Crag. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Original. No, you're not.
Caradak. No one.
Kazad Rook Bavak.
Caradak. Okay.
That's at the other end of the forest.
Mm.
So I'm.
Which way was your point when you were saying
Not that you could tell from this.
So
guy,
what are we
but,
killing?
You know,
He's
yeah,
pointing with his strong arm.
yeah.
So there's a. Wants us to go to the south, where there may be large orcs riding spiders.
No. South. Kill Grumok.
Kill Grumok to the south.
Kill Grumok.
And he points in a different direction. This is the guy with the headdress, yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And he points in another direction. Bigger ones. And spiders.
In a different direction.
Yes.
What's that direction? Roughly. What are we
He's
talking about?
pointing towards the mountains.
Oh, to the mountains.
Yeah.
Is that where we're
The
heading?
direction you were heading.
Oh, okay.
That we were heading in.
Yeah.
So do we need to kill the spiders?
No, he's talking about Grumrock, which is to the south, didn't he?
Yes.
say?
So we kill Grumrock.
Yes. And then Gloomfang, your friend.
Describe Grumrock. Grumrock?
Biggin.
Grumrock? What do they use as weapons? Usually, you've seen them orcs. What was a black orc look like? What was he?
Dead.
What was he? What did he? What, you know, he had a weapon. He was a mace or something.
That is a big piece of sharpened metal. Or a guy's sword, effectively, like a...
Yeah, tough.
No. Of course he did, yeah.
So I just go.
Biggin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grumrock
Is a black orc.
is a black orc. One.
No.
Many.
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 Grumrock tribe.
No.
Grumrock name of one.
He starts screeching. It's far too fast for you to count. And he's like this. And he starts seeing people part, the goblins part. And then he starts meeting them. And then another one runs over his nose. Slaps on one side. And he literally goes, Biggin. And you count. There's 20.
20. Yo, bless him. He actually did the maths. Oh, no.
Just a second. Half. 18 and a half.
20 black orcs.
And their leader,
And the leader.
Grumrock.
Okay, the black orcs.
Grumrock. They're all black orcs. To the south.
What's the case of the black orcs? Kill the leader and the rest.
Can't carry on fighting.
So we have to fight.
You're you could say also you have a vast knowledge of fighting these things.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we dealing with? Other than 20 black orcs.
Well, I'm not happy with going to the south. Well, we'll keep this conversation elsewhere. I don't really want to do this.
Grumok. Eat. Black spider boss.
Right. So the black spider boss is another tribe of black orcs that he's over.
No, Black
No.
Spider was originally Goblin. Black Orc overtake Black Spider.
Yes, stunt he said.
Black spiders were originally orcs,
Goblins.
goblins, and
Black
then
spider or
And then
goblin.
the Black
Orc
Orc
fed upon
just
them.
ate their leader.
right,
He's taken over tribe.
right, okay.
Oh.
So they're probably the ones that ran away.
And
Who ran away?
he sees them. This is his threat. And he wants us to remove the threat.
Grumok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grumok dead. Then Gloomfang take Black Spider and Goblin. Run that. Be big family. But when big family with Grumok dead, big family help get rid of bigger ones.
All right. I'm just gonna like whisper. Yeah, like
What are bigger ins?
what we're gonna do is we're gonna
We
talk
do speak
fast, Geordie. Yeah, like fast, Geordie.
Yeah. So speaking very quickly and throwing in random. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah, yeah.
in there.
Just to
And then you go,
it's just like being
my good.
just like being in Germany all over again.
Yeah.
Must be really fast, man. I don't like that. You won't have a clue what I'm saying. And all the Germans will go like, I don't understand. Are you speaking English? I absolutely not, man.
So yeah, speaking
What-
very quickly.
Are they trustworthy?
As far as you can throw them.
Ah, brilliant. Right. Well, we can't get through anywhere without doing it. Well, we don't have to do this because people who are watching will be going,
Even I don't know what he's saying.
So speaking very quickly, but not actually having.
Yeah, yeah. So we want to know, are they trustworthy? No, not really. But I don't think we're going to get through here because we're completely surrounded. So we're heading to the south until such time as we can get away from them, and then we're going to head back to the north.
Well, it looks like they have new tactics.
New tactics. Naked goblins. Ugh.
Well, they don't normally act the way they did when they saw us on the road.
Right.
So, black orcs.
But the south is not somewhere
They'll
on.
fight,
Just make sure you take their heads off.
they'll
What now?
fight as one? As a pack? What is their style? Challenge the leader.
And they'll probably just fight for whoever's going to be the leader next.
We going to the south
After
is not
they kill the
exactly.
threat.
So how do you feel about killing the leader, Grim?
Easily done.
Right,
Excellent.
let's do this. You're on. Shake his hand. I'm not touching it.
What is that? Is that your foot?
What is wrong with you?
It is.
Right, well, we'll leave it there.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Want to get some fisticuffs?
Fisty pumps. What?
Fisty pumps. It is Valentine's Day.
It would be cheeky not to.
Yeah.
What
are you doing?
Cheeky fisting.
I'm just going to slap a cheeky.
You and Long Arm.
I can't believe that you did that. Oh, no.
Ah,
It's Bert Long
oh,
Arm.
yeah, look at him.
That was a setup.
Nobody else fell for it.
Well, I don't know what I meant.
And he's made soft cock.
That
What?
was an actual name.
Yeah.
Would have been more obvious to say strong arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Followed by, hey.
Probably rude not to,
Tiny
maybe.
cock.
My germs.
Yeah. Ready, ho. Hey, it's pleasure as always, guys. And it's going to get better.
I've got to wait a whole week now.
But don't forget, everyone, tomorrow
Caradak
is,
did it.
Is episode...
is chat with Cortex tomorrow, where we will put the world. Oh, that was what I was looking for. We will put the world to rights,
We shall.
and we probably just laugh like drains for most of the 4 hours.
Shall.
Because so far, if you haven't seen it, you should do. We spend an inordinate amount of time
I can't
laughing.
even see if anyone's watching.
Of course, like we said, didn't update.
So we don't have
So
to.
the-
So if there's anyone watching,
Because
feel
there's
free to
millions
have
of
a
them,
chat.
millions.
Could be millions, you know. Miley Cyrus, if you're still watching.
Miley,
Miley, just
go home. Go home. Come on, you're drunk. Go home.
You've had enough.
Yeah, now the follower snapping didn't connect tonight for some
Oh.
reason. So,
Oh, no.
It's blank, which means it's not working. I didn't realise, of course, until I went upstairs to check why the title hadn't updated. So,
Yes.
Anyways,
Anyone
Now's your time.
speak? Forever hold your piss.
well, it's not going to update.
you're going to be desperate by tomorrow, then it'll be let go of it. Hold your piss till tomorrow. Did you say piss or peace?
Peace!
All right, long on.
Right.
Study. Study.
Ah!
Well, thanks very much, everybody. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. And
See you
Enjoy the rest of your Valentine's.
tomorrow night. Yeah. Fisting for everyone.
Fisting everyone.
Fisting everyone. Fisting for everyone.
Fisting.
Happy fisting.
Good night, everyone.
See you. Happy fisting.